Hello and welcome to Sin's Vanity, and this is Random Wednesday. If you like what you see, hear, know about, please consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing, and I thank you in advance if you do. Okay, so Random Wednesday is traditionally going to be more of a beauty-based thing where we kind of use products we haven't used, we pull them out the archives and we slap them on, have a good time, talk about what's going on in the world, and just, chat all things beauty that day. And that's not today. Today we're going to do a chat, and technically I probably could have done this while I put my face on, but wasn't in the mood. I technically also didn't feel like filming today, but you know what? Sometimes things must be done. We're going to discuss the fact of you matter. You matter. A lot of people are very content with making you feel as though you do not, but you do. And I'm speaking from experience. For about the last 6 months, I've been at burnout with my regular life. And I've been postponing things for me because something always comes in the way or gets in the way or springs up. So it automatically goes in the back burner. And what I'm realizing, and it's funny because you can see things for other people, but you for some reason don't see them for yourself. And I realized that I don't put me forward. Well, right now with the whole you matter thing, it's about people letting you down and you begin disappointed about it. You expect a certain outcome or things to go a certain way and you just feel let down. It can be situational. It could be maybe you're disappointed about something like a trip, plans being canceled, whatever. But it's different when it's kind of dealing with matters of the heart. You really just don't want to see the worst in people, and that's me. I give people benefit of the doubt. I am not glib, and to the point where I realize people don't have deceptive ways, nasty ways, mean ways. I acknowledge that goes on and it happens. I just don't particularly like it in my circle for me. And I'm realizing the longer I live, there's a lot of it. And it's a lot within my circumference. It's a lot of it. And I'm just tired of it. I'm just disgusted. And then you get to where, have you heard the saying, you're tired of being tired? Well, I'm tired of being tired and disgusted and let down. Till the day you shut your eyes, you're always going to have to forgive somebody for something. People will apologize and you're going to, have to forgive them 5 minutes later for something else they did. So nobody's perfect, okay? Let's put that on front straight. Nobody's perfect. But I'm realizing that I am not Superwoman, but I'm very capable. But with that being said, when you're a capable person, people take advantage of that. And it's so bad I wrote notes. Sorry, I wrote notes. People don't have good intentions for you. People will purposely go out of their way to do you dirty or do you wrong or make you uncomfortable as they can. And then they smile and smirk about it and go on about their business. It's as though they just sit there and think, what can I do that's chaotic to funk up somebody's vibe? And then, did it and go on with my day. That is so nasty. It's so nasty and it's wrong and it's mean. And if I would just suggest, if you have people like that in your life, and I'm speaking from experience here, it's not always easy to walk away. But when somebody else's habits or actions start to affect you, you need to remove yourself, in my opinion, from the situation. They need me because that's the situation I'm in. Yes, the person needs me, but I'm now learning that I'm going to have to take a step back, do the need aspect of it, and then remove myself because it makes me feel awful. It irritates me. It keeps me frustrated. And some people, they have the thing where if they're not in the drama, they don't feel like they're living. I don't want the drama. I don't want the drama. I could do without it. Don't want it. Don't need it. Don't like it. Nothing, right? So little small things would be one of my ways to say for you to, excuse me, my nose is just horrible. Take moments for yourself, even if they're small moments. Take those moments to do something that you like to do. Like, let me see. Let's check our notes. What did I write down? Okay, yeah, this is big. I like to read. It got to the point where when I'm reading a physical book, there's always interruptions, something to deter me. So then I switched and said, okay, what I'll do is when I can't do a physical book, I'll do an audio book. For some reason, I can stop and start the audio a lot better and let my mind go back to the story quicker than I can with a physical book. A physical book, I need to be left alone. Let me focus, let me zone in. So I had somebody that just was not content with letting me read a doggone book. So then I went to audiobooks so I can just, hit mute on my earbud and just kind of stop, listen to what's going on. And I realized, oh my gosh, they're not respecting my space and my vibe. They're not respecting it. They see I'm preoccupied. And guess what? If you've done everything that you need to do that's part of your regular responsibilities, you can take a moment and listen to a funky book. I mean, I listen to books when I drive, only in one ear. If I'm waiting to get my kids from school, if I'm cooking dinner, I'll try to fit it in. You get sick of trying to fit it in. You might need to walk. You might need to watch a movie. You might need to do a succession of things to find out something that's just for you, you know? So the next thing is, yeah, if you don't like those things I suggested, because those are things I do, find things that bring you enjoyment. You feel guilty if you're not doing a certain something. Don't feel guilty. You got to stop that. I am such a slave to the guilt button. Don't do it, because I feel like if I don't do something that I'm capable of doing, I didn't give my 110 effort. And then I feel like I'm just a horrible person. Just, I could have did better. I saw something that needed to be done, didn't do it. Guess what? You are not in the world by yourself. People were getting stuff done way before you came along. And it's very hard also, and let me put this out there, to stay positive in unfair situations, to keep a very stiff upper lip and act as though something's not fazing you is really, really hard. And what I'm realizing also is basically lean into it. If you don't deal with it, it will deal with you. You need to deal with things that come up and confront them. They're not always going to feel good. Most of the time they feel horrible, but inadvertently it will sit and fester in you if you don't acknowledge it and then try to work the problem. And sometimes there's problems that you can't work, but acting as though they don't happen doesn't help you any. It doesn't do you any favors. Don't deny how you feel. If you're feeling down that day or low that day, acknowledge that you're feeling that way, but do not make a tent there and camp out. Give yourself little pockets of moments to, if you're ticked off, be ticked. Bible even says, don't let the sun go down in your anger. Don't do it, because you're carrying it into your next day. That's not what you want to do. Acknowledge what's going on, work the problem, leave yesterday's problem yesterday. Try to stop, have a meeting with yourself, which I absolutely recommend. Have meetings with yourself. You can lie, deceive, or whatever you want to everybody else, or internalize it as much as you want to everybody else, and just you're always okay. Sometimes it's okay to not be okay. Faking you're okay sucks. It absolutely sucks. Don't do it. But that doesn't mean be on the verge of a nervous breakdown either. Stop, find that moment with yourself, and have a meeting with yourself and do a check-in and say, hey, how am I doing today? Am I better than I was yesterday? And guess what? If the answer is no, I'm exactly the same as I was yesterday, that's cool. I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to leave this day right where it is. And I'm going to wake up tomorrow and we're going to try it again. This is how I manage to get through all the yucky, funky junk that comes up. Because if I sit in with what I've experienced, how people treat you, the unfair treatment, I would hate the world and everybody in it. I'm also a big person of if something's happening with me, let's say my home life, personal life, whatever it is, when I go to a store, those individuals have nothing to do with what's happening in my home life, personal life. They have nothing to do with it. Please, for the love of everything holy, stop taking out your emotions on people that have nothing to do with it, because they didn't do anything to you. Be decent, be civil, be kind. Not nice, be kind. Because you never know what somebody else is also going through. And you being kind could be the exact thing that that individual needed to keep them from going over the edge. And you know what? To everybody that walks out there that's always on solid footing, you get the claps. She is not one of those people. It is a teeter-totter on the constant, you know? And just regroup. Think how you'll do things different, how you'll respond differently. What is the saying? You keep doing the same exact thing and expecting a different result. It doesn't happen. Regroup. And you can't change other people, but you can change you and how you approach things and how you think about things and how you handle things. Like I said, remove yourself from negative people or situations that just make you feel bad about yourself, your circumstances, situations, whatever it is. They don't need to be in your zone. Remove yourself. You can do it. If you, I'm very, very comfortable being by myself. Learn how to be by yourself. And it doesn't mean be a loner and go into a cocoon and you never surface out. No, no, no. I'm saying or suggesting that you sit up and figure out how to be at peace with you. People are always going to try to rip your peace of mind. Just don't let it happen. And just remember, don't let guilt eat you up. Love yourself a little bit more every single day. Even though something feels like it might last forever, it doesn't change. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Now, of course, we hope for change for the positive and not for the negative. But it's all about perspective, how you think about it. Like sitting down to even do this has put me in a better headspace than how I woke up. Because yesterday was a hot day for your girl. She was hot. It looked like everything, any and everything that could annoy me, irritate me, frustrate me, happened. Today's a new day. I decided to still sit up, set up my equipment, put on my face. I'm going to have to do some other things around here, some chores I need to do before I go and get my kids from school later. But I'm going to try to have a better attitude, a warm attitude, because also I don't like feeling icy and just kind of distancy. I don't like that. But sometimes it's necessary to maintain the status quo. Find yourself a piece of time for you. And if it's to eat ice cream, cook a great meal, cook a nasty meal, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just do something for yourself today because you matter. I love you guys. Take care. Be kind to somebody today. What does my brother call it? A rake. A random act of kindness every day. Try it out. Because you can also kill somebody with kindness too. Somebody's nasty, foul, whatever. Be nice to them. And if it's just a shell that you cannot crack, let that shell stay where it is and don't let that attach to you and you carry throughout the rest of your day, evening, whatever. Don't do it, okay? I love you guys. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.